Hi, sixth graders, it's Miss Schwer here. We are to our last video of the school year, and it's one that kind of wraps up the rest of the year. It gives me some information of what things you liked, what things you didn't like, maybe some good things, like memories that you had. So I'm actually going to show you how to do it by doing an example of mine. So what you're going to do is, you can just use a regular white piece of paper, you can use line paper, that's fine too. So you're going to put sixth grade at the top and then like your name. So obviously I can see who it is in case I want to print them off. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your piece of paper and you're going to separate it into 4 pieces. So at this point, if you wanted to stop the video, you could to set this up. Put the line down the middle and then the line here, so you have 4 boxes. What we're going to do is we're going to fill them out. You're going to obviously fill out yours differently. This is my example for me. And then you're going to fill out the rest of it with what you have to say. So obviously split into 4 pieces. The first thing that you're going to do, the first section is what I liked. So you're going to be telling me something that you liked about 6th grade. Okay? And then you're going to have about 2 or 3 things for each one. Next one is what I didn't like. So then 3 things about that. What I'll miss. And then the last one's favorite memory. So at this point you can pause your video, get your piece of paper set up so that you can fill it in. So at this point, now I'm going to fill in mine. You are not going to put the exact same ones because this is from my point of view. All of these will end up looking different. So I'm going to start by putting mine what I liked. So these are things that I liked about having your group for 6th grade. The first thing that I'm going to put is something that I liked. I liked having the same group. And I'll explain each of them because I don't have tons of room. So the same group as last year. So as you guys know, last year I taught both 5th and 6th grade. This year I only teach 6th grade. So it was nice for me to have the same group as last year because a lot of you already knew. There were some new students, but for the most part I had the same group as last year and I really like that. The next thing I have is I loved our block schedule. The reason that I liked that is I like the fact that I got to spend more time with each of you in the classes because we had it for 2 hours. The other thing I like too is we got through a lot more. Before all of this happened, we were about 2 months ahead of what we normally get through. So I liked that part of it. I liked the schedule. And obviously this is the first year of it, so I liked how that went. The last thing that I said I really liked is I liked having a break between classes. So I like that, like 1st and 3rd hour you guys had music or band or study hall, and then 4th and 5th you had lunch between them, and then 6th and 8th you guys all had FIAD. I liked having that little break so you could go, have a break, and then come back. So those are things that I liked about this year. Things that I didn't like, number 1, I used to switch my colors. And again, you can use colored paper, you can use markers, crayons, color pencils, whatever you want. What I didn't like, you guys know this one, late work. So late work's always one of my least favorite items. Now and again, sometimes there's reasons you didn't do it, good reasons, but generally just overall late work. The next thing that I have is, you guys will think it's funny, make sure I spell it right, TikTok dances. So many of you know that I had a certain time where you guys were doing a lot of TikTok dances between your classes. So doing TikTok dances, mostly because it would distract me and I'd get confused, and so just doing those was annoying in my opinion. Something else I didn't like, and this one you'll probably know as well, you guys might have the same one to put down. That is quarantine. I did not like that about this school year. I didn't like having the quarantine. Main reasons why I didn't get to see you guys every day. I didn't feel like I was able to help you as much. I could email you, I could message you, we could have our Google Meets, but I didn't feel like I had that where I could like sit next to you and show you how to do something, or see when the light bulb went out, or you finally understood how you do it. So I didn't like that part of it. Now there were some good things that came out of quarantine too. Hopefully you guys found some of the good things. But for school, I didn't really like quarantine because I felt like I couldn't help you as much as I feel like I could. So that was one thing I didn't like about this year. What I'll miss, let's see, what do we want? What I'll miss, the first thing I had is you guys will be the last group that I have for 2 years. And actually, I guess it's technically a little bit less because I had Carter at the end of the year. So I missed the end of the year, and then we missed the end of the year again this year. So I'll miss having, you're my last 2-year group, I'll put. You're my last 2-year group. Something else that I will miss are your fun personalities. A lot of you have fun personalities and stories. A lot of you had very interesting things to tell me about places you went or things that happened or just your personalities and just the way you guys were. So I'll miss those, the fun personalities and the stories you told me. And the last thing is saying goodbye in person. It's always nice to have that last couple days of school to do things like fill out your yearbook, talk to you, just kind of overall see how the class and the year went. So that's something I will miss. Favorite memory. Let's see. My favorite memory, the first one, Halloween is my favorite. Halloween. And I'll explain what this is. Dress up and I'm running out of room. Halloween dress up days. I like when we have Halloween dress up days because, number one, I like Halloween. I like dressing up. I think it's fun. The other reason I like Halloween dress up is I always like to see how creative some of you are. I like to see what kind of stuff you like to do. I like to see maybe what's important to you. Sometimes I learn about things that you like other than things that I see in the math class. So I like seeing that. I know it seems silly, but I like just seeing where you go with your costumes. The next thing is random gestures. And again, I'll explain these because I can't write it all down. Random gestures are just things that you do. Sometimes it's something that you give me. Sometimes it's something that you say. Sometimes something that you write on a piece of paper. Some of the examples I gave, like I had a student that gave me a succulent plant that had a little note with it. A student that made me a, some of you know who this is too. It was like a big potted plant with this big, it almost looked like a truffle tree from the Lorax, with the suckers in it. Drawing, some of you, I know a lot of drawers this year drew me a picture that was, I knew you put time and effort into. Some of you had like funny math quotes on them. Sharing a funny story, talking to me after class, telling me something about you, a trip you got to go on. And something just as simple as being appreciative, like telling me that I'm doing a good job or that you enjoyed something that I said or something like that, or even just me telling you a story about my home life, like telling about my kids and you smiling and actually listening to what I'm saying. And then the last one is kind words, and that could be something as simple as someone saying, oh, you look really nice today, or oh, that was a funny story, or you reminded me of this or that, or just something that I can tell it shows me that you care about what I'm saying you're doing. So just those nice random gestures that aren't part of the day, they just happen and they're kind of a nice little, oh, that was really cool that they did that. And it doesn't always have to be a gift or something that you do, just something that you say. Even though some of you do give me some cool stuff too. Alright, and then the last one I had is, I'll just put, emails. Now obviously in person, the random gestures, that's you guys saying nice things in person. I did have also during the quarantine and during virtual learning, I had a lot of really nice emails. From students, from parents, from teachers, just nice comments about things that were going well, things that you liked, things that you missed, just those little extra things. And even our Google Meets, just those of you that chose to join or could join, me getting to see you, any of those things were all good memories that I had. So what you're going to do is now you're going to, like this one is mine, and obviously I would have wrote more, but I ran out of room. So what I want you to do is you're going to, like, here's my paper copy of it. You are going to fill this out. If you want to do it on a whiteboard, that's fine. Take a picture. You can either take a picture with your Chromebook, or if you have another piece of technology, like a phone, take a picture, and then you're going to send it to me, so it's going to be listed as an assignment. And this is just more something for me to be able to see, kind of things that maybe you like, you don't like this one, something that you didn't like, try to be kind of nice on it, I hope. But let's say that you didn't like doing Moby Max, put that on there. Or if you didn't, no, you can't say I don't like taking tests because, you know, I can't like get rid of those. But maybe something that you didn't like. Maybe you didn't like having 2 art classes. Maybe you'd rather have just the 1 art class. Or maybe something that I did in my classroom that you didn't like. Like maybe you didn't really like the estimation jar and you wish we wouldn't have done it. Or maybe you really liked the estimation jar, or you really liked Moby Max, or you liked getting candy for doing those things. So this is your place to tell me kind of what you liked, what you didn't like, what went well, what you're gonna miss, favorite memory. And again, most of it's probably in class, but it can be in other classes too. So you're gonna take a picture of this, upload it to me, and this is gonna be due on Friday. So you'll get Thursday and Friday to do it. Most of you will probably finish on Thursday. Last reminder to please, 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 if you owe me anything, submit it, turn it in. I still have my big list of kids that owe me stuff. As soon as you finish it, send it to me right away so I can cross you off my list of who to talk to. Remember, next week is you're still checking your email, still checking to see if you owe the teachers anything. So the next week's that, and again, that's when you're going to be getting the phone calls and the emails and contacts from your teacher saying, hey, we need this in, because we don't want any of you to get zeros for anything that you're missing. So, I'm interested to see what some of you have to put, kind of see what went well, how math went, just for me. So yeah, I had an awesome year, and I will see some of you when you're picking up or dropping off your materials, but I had a wonderful 6th grade and 5th grade year with you. So yeah, show me what you learned on this, and then I'll get a chance to see how well you liked or didn't like things. So, alright, have a great day, and I will be waiting to hear from you. See you later. Bye.